golden sunsets. That's about the only thing that Montana doesn't do better than golden. Otherwise, Montana's better at everything. Yeah, buddy. As of right now, I'm on my way over to see Cameron Payne. Cam and I went to school together here in beautiful Golden, Colorado. Went to high school together, skied together, went to college together for a while to learn how to do the films and the videos. Cam and I have always been into cars, and so we've stayed in touch over the years as I've gotten more into it, and he's working his way into it as well. So he's a good dude. I'm going to introduce you guys to Cam here shortly. But we're going to get a little ridiculous, I think, because I haven't seen Cam in a while. So fortunately, Cam's dad is also a gearhead. So they have a killer shop. They've got a Factory 5 Daytona coupe that his dad runs in the classic races. They've got some really, really fun stuff. The El Camino, Cam's E36. It's definitely a good time. So we're going to have some fun on the way over to Cam's, and then we'll enjoy ourselves when we get there. Here we go! Cam, what the f is up, man?
What's up, TJ?
Bring it in, buddy. Video hugs!
Good to see you, buddy.
Really good to see you, man. For real, high fives?
Yes. Hell yeah. Of racing. But this
Oh.
is the shop.
Beautiful!
And
The
it's
Firebird. Dude,
Oh, yeah.
this thing is so awesome. Legit vintage racer, huh?
Still has the original door cards.
No way.
I've
Moving up in
simplified,
the world.
so I've shot on, FS 700s and
Yeah.
my FX 100, and
Shooting on the session now with the
So
wild
now-
little gimbal arm.
I have the 4K session
Ooh.
with the gimbal,
Look at that thing.
and it keeps everything nice and stable. It's simple. I don't have to set a camera up or change lenses.
That thing is great.
So I can mount this gimbal in the race car, and we have mounts on both cars, and then it's just easy to use. It links to my phone, so I can download the shots, photos, go right to Instagram.
How's the audio? You feel like the audio works pretty well for you?
I mean, you could check out the blogs on my channel, but
That's
what I've been using.
All right, yes, there it is.
Fold it up and,
Give me a walk around of the Firebird, because this is the bee's knees right here.
well, I'm sure the old man will be back soon, but
he could probably do.
This is 69 Firebird that we repainted last year, and I sanded the whole car for probably 3 months or something. It went to bare metal, so I stripped all the paint with paint stripper and then sanded to bare metal after that. I can see every imperfection now, so I learned how to properly prep a car now. Some spots turned out good and the other spots didn't. But
Because you and your dad did this together, right?
Yeah.
That's what motorsports is all about.
Plastic windshield now.
So do you have to?
As much weight
Do you have to
reduction
run
as we could.
support for
Just
the?
these
just those
brackets
little guys?
on the top and bottom.
All right.
And we can actually take this hood off, so
Oh,
you can
yeah.
see the good stuff.
Yeah, let's.
It's pretty light.
Oh yeah, it is. Look at you just pick that thing up like a man.
Fiberglass. He had a buddy of his who's an engine builder build this, and it's a 13-to-1.
13 to
Iron.
1. All right, so it's NA.
High compression, original, has to be a iron head motor, and so it's built to be vintage spec. And
This is
he had
killer.
it dynoed and made $4.99 at the crank, I think. I mean, it bursts your eardrums if you're standing next to it when you start it.
Oh,
so
I don't doubt it, dude. The high compression motors are gnarly, dude. So does he have to run like super high octane fuels? What does he run?
Yeah, he runs 100.
100. That's not
He's
bad.
supposed to mix 100 and 110, but he just ran it on 100 and said it was good. It's cool because to change your camber, he has it shimmed here, and he has shims for different degrees of camber. So depending
that's
on the
awesome.
track, he'll change the camber.
So you change camber with the little shims. You don't actually have an adjustable. Wow, look at that, dude. This thing is killer.
No door handles on the outside.
I noticed that. I like that.
So rail system. So it's not just mounted to the factory mounts. It's mounted to
It's
the
actually
cage.
to the cage. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
He just put that wheel on. It's the aluminum drift car wheel.
aluminum drift car wheel. Fuel cell. Okay, yeah. Whole Willwood set up in the back. So what are you running up front? Is it Brembos?
No, I can
Willwoods as well. Yeah, dude, this thing is tits.
It was a workout on the track day to slow it down.
Yeah.
Like, no power brakes.
It's wild. And then you think the
take it for
guys that
granted.
used to run it for like hours and hours like that. Oh,
Endurance racing
God.
with no power brakes.
People complain about having a strong clutch foot in traffic. I'm like, no, you had a strong brake foot back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
Like most rally cars and even like my drift car, I took them out too because I just power brakes. Like when you're left foot braking, you lose if you're on throttle and left foot braking, you lose the power assist, the vacuum.
Yep.
So all of a sudden the pedal changes,
Yep.
and like that was one of the first things I did when I learned rally was, oh my God, we got to get rid of this.
And it's just more of a manual feel. You can
It is, yeah.
feel the
You feel it better.
action.
It's consistent every time. It doesn't change based on the speed of the engine. Like,
You can tell
oh
when
yeah.
you need to change your-
Last time I saw this car, it was black and in pieces.
So yeah, I think I drove to your house right after I got these wheels when they were still silver. But
Yeah,
the car
I think it was right after you got it.
the car was black. It had a ratty dove gray interior. It was hideous.
Didn't you catch the inside on fire at one point?
So
too?
that is the seat on the other side. I've replaced this one now.
Okay.
Same seat, but that one has a cover on it. Because, so I did the sunroof delete, and I did it myself, and I welded tabs on the bottom,
Oh, is that what happened?
and I had the seat covered with rubber mats. Just being ignorant, wasn't paying attention with the welding helmet on, and felt something really hot on my arm. Looked over, saw flames coming out. I mean, they were like coming out of the door. And my dad's running over with the fire extinguisher, and I just panicked. I had welding gloves on, and I just came and smacked the shit out of it and put it out. But melted foam and seat cover.
Oh,
and-
dude. But the new one looks good. I love the camo belts. Very throwback to the old school golden.
Yeah, and people used to call me Camo Cam. So
Really? Oh, I didn't know that.
I had living in Breck. I had camo outfits for days. Every jacket, vest, combo, hat.
You'll love the dash cover on my truck. 'cause it's all-
I
yeah.
noticed. I noticed.
The thing stands out like
Oh,
a
yeah.
sore thumb, man.
Last time you saw it, yeah, it was black. I just wrapped it. It was, but originally it was an automatic, and
Oh, that's right.
I had it for an automatic for a while, and I found a parts car, and just this past year I did a 5-speed swap. 5-speed swap, so I was able to just change everything over from one car to another, bolt it right up. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, man.
So the motor has been.
And this is a 328?
Yep, so it's 2.8 liter. It's pretty stock. The motor, it has an M50 manifold, and then it has a tune from RK Tunes for that manifold and the exhaust.
That's basically the car I drove up Pikes Peak.
Yeah.
I think I had the
That's very-
S52 cam in that one.
Yeah, and that would be the next thing to do is
Yeah.
the camshafts. And if you put the S52 camshafts, you have better exhaust aeration. The tune on the computer actually compensates for the air, and when you drive it, it's a really weird. It's almost like a turbocharged car where after 3,000 RPM, it starts screaming. Like you can
VTEC, bro.
You can hear the valves. You can literally hear the valves open, and the exhaust changes pitch, and it screams. It's a really wild.
That's
sound.
killer, man. And I miss the good old days of BMW inline sixes, man.
And my last one that you also assisted me in pulling out of a ditch
Oh, yeah.
a couple times. I had a E30, a black E30 in high school, and TJ and I would slide that thing all around, and man, we had some adventures. But it was only the 4-cylinder, and I thought it was the fastest thing on the planet.
It was at the time. I mean, that was
Had
the
no
first car.
interior,
Yeah, all
2
stripped
seats,
out.
and a steering wheel. That's all.
I remember a couple times driving that thing. That was the first time I'd ever seen a mile per gallon gauge because I'd never
Yep.
really been in a Beamer
It's
before.
almost the same dashboard in this car.
It's super close. Yeah,
very
it's crazy.
similar.
But do you remember? Well, obviously you remember when we got it stuck. So we got it stuck. We were in Granby, like
Yep.
just outside of Winter
Right
Park.
after a rail jam at.
That's right. It
Winter
was
Park.
after the rail
So we
jam.
were like
Yes, we were
celebrating
skiers.
and drifting around the corners, and you were in your Jeep. Thank God you had a Jeep because for some reason I decided to slide into. I hit the bank a little too much speed, and as TJ is pulling me out backwards, I left my door just partially open. The snowbank caught it and bent the door to the front
Like,
fender
all the way to
all the way around.
Yeah, like basically, if you're looking at
That
it, it
one's
took
not gonna open,
this
but-
one won't open, but it came the door like all the way up to the fender. It did smash the fender a little bit, didn't
I
it?
think a little bit, but basically we had a crease right under the mirror, all the way down the door from the door extending.
I love
So,
that car, dude. I
We
miss that car.
sat in the parking lot and banged it with a hammer for what, hours, and then taped it with a bag and I drove home down I-70.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Back in the good old days when you could get away with stuff like that.
Oh man, that was
That was so much fun.
that was a fun car. I pretty much also rebuilt both subframes of this entire car.
Okay.
All the suspension, all the links, all the control arms and bushings have been replaced, and that was an endeavor in itself.
Yeah, I bet, dude. I hate that.
But
Did
now-
you have to burn them out?
I tried that. It wasn't efficient for me, so what I ended up doing was using the good old skill saw,
Oh, just zipping
zipping them to the
Yeah.
to the aluminum bearing, and then
That's
it's-
such a pain. It's worth it,
it
though.
made such a difference
Yeah.
putting solid bushings in, and the front ends had all M3 bushings, which I've offset to allow for more caster. Yeah, and then I mean, I like to home build everything. I don't buy all the BMW
Yeah.
high-end stuff. It's like this
Turner
car was pretty-
Motorsports, real expensive. Awesome guys,
This
though.
was pretty ratty when I bought it, and I actually made my own 3-inch stainless exhaust out of a Toyota Tundra exhaust. The stock factory exhaust, I actually have some of the tubes over here, but the car came with the factory stainless exhaust tubing, and so what I did was cut it all up to make it fit this car and built my own collector from the 2 header pipes that came out, built a 2-in-1 and then 3-inch with a race cat, a resonator, and then a muffler. And it's still loud. I mean, the car's at least it doesn't drone anymore. It's
All right, and then the pièce de résistance.
it's the 1 of 5 Daytona Coupe.
I have actually been in and around the number is it the 13 car?
At Miller Motorsports.
Yeah, the
at the
one that
museum there?
actually beat Ferrari. That's
Oh, yeah.
so awesome.
That
Yeah.
is. And actually, if you look in here, Bob Bondurant signed it.
Oh, really?
Who was the winner? And one of the guys who raced the actual car.
This is a Factory 5 Daytona Coupe replica, right?
Yep. And basically, it's a Mustang Cobra underneath.
Okay.
96 and up. So it's a tubular chassis race car.
Oh,
And,
dude.
It's a stroked 383.
Oh, dude, I bet this thing's fun.
I mean, this is the pedal box.
That's the pedal box? Yeah.
Your feet, you have to wear like certain Vans.
Dude, you'd have to put a gurney bump in the roof for me to
you
be able to get,
would,
yeah.
you would probably need a gurney.
I
bump.
probably, yeah. I don't even know if I would fit in it. I
What
genuinely
are you,
don't.
6'4", 6'5"?
Yes, I'm 6'4". By the way, for those of you who don't know what a gurney bump is, a gurney bump is named after Dan Gurney, the legendary race car driver who Google will tell you all about. He's my hero. He was like 6'3", 6'4". He was pretty tall, especially for back in the 60s, 70s when he was racing. And so they put this little bump on the roof right about here just so he could physically fit in the car. So huge fan. Yeah, can I get in this thing?
Absolutely.
Would you mind? Oh, dude. This is like a dream come true. I need to Snapchat this.
Snap?
I'm going to see if I fit inside the legendary coupe. Oh, dear God. Oh, it's happening.
I think.
I would genuinely need a gurney bump.
How's your foot position in the pedal box?
Foot's pretty good, actually.
Pretty tight.
Yeah, it's definitely.
But check out the heel to toe on that, on the brake and gas there.
Ooh, it's the gas pedal.
That
on
gas
the
pedal.
floor.
You should see the linkage.
You can hit it with the side of your foot.
Exactly.
I like that.
So braking hard with manual brakes, you can just have your weight on the brake and then blip the gas as you shift.
I dig this.
Oh, the angle on that shifter is pretty funny, huh?
This is nuts, man. I've never shifted a car that is at that kind of angle. It feels like a normal gearbox.
Yeah, it feels natural when you're driving it.
Oh man, that is awesome. So 5-speed, 4-speed?
It is a 5-speed, and the funny thing is, when I took it out on the 11th, I was at the back of the straight at High Plains,
Yeah.
4th gear, thinking it's only 4 gears, floating it like as fast as the car would go.
My head is above the roll cage.
It totally is, huh? That center bar.
Yeah, because the bar is like right here, and my head is above it.
Yeah.
I could do this though. I'd have to stick my head out the window maybe, but
There you go.
I could pull it off. Okay, let's see. Out.
It's a big man in a little car.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, dude. I appreciate that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
Well, Cam,
Always good seeing you, man.
It's always good to see you.
Always good seeing you. Bring it in. Thanks for showing me around the shop. Tell everybody about your channel.
So I have a YouTube channel. Been filming for a long time, but now it's all cars and stuff, and the whole build series on this car as well as the Firebird and the Coupe, and it's the Campaign, Campayne.
The Campaign. Genius.
Link me on the video.
Yeah, I will. I totally will. Links are down below. It's so awesome to catch up with people you haven't seen in a long time. So my challenge to everybody is to reach out to someone you haven't talked to in a while and just connect with them. Keep those lines of communication open. What do you got for everybody, Cam?
Keep it real.
You heard it here first.
I got caught off guard.
Keep it
I
real.
didn't have a closing line in mind, actually, but yeah.
That'll work.
TJ's an inspiring fellow that I've looked up to for a long time, and
Thanks,
it's
man.
always good to spend time with him and catch up, and it's always.
He's a good dude.
I've known TJ
Cam.
since sophomore year of high school, probably.
Yeah, something
video
like that.
class.
Bring it in.
I'm glad that you
Yeah,
got to
buddy.
come check out what we.
Yeah, dude, we get to see what you and your dad are doing.
Years.
Yeah, it's been awesome. Well, we're definitely going to do more stuff with these guys in the future. Cam, thanks again. Have a wonderful night.
I'm out.
Hey, shop beers, man.
Shop beers.
Yes.
Oh, there's the man himself.
Yeah, the standard YouTube closing shot.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and if you like chocolate candy, thumbs up this video.